Hey everyone, Tom the Dilettante here, and it's the weekend again, and like every weekend, one of my favorite places to be is in my shop, just tinkering, coming up with new ideas for content, and just overall getting out that creative juice, you know? One thing's always kind of bugged me though. Whenever I watch other people like this on YouTube, they have this really nice shop, everything's clean and organized, and as much as I wish I were like that, that's just not the case. I mean, look at this place. Can any of you relate to this? I'd like to tell you that everything is in fact organized, and the method is just simply only known to me, but my shop is kind of like my brain. Full of cool things, but organized in no particular way. In the middle of it all, I hope you can see my passion for creating YouTube stuff. I mean, I've got my camera sitting in front of my toolbox, my softbox for key light, I've got a little accent light on the side, I've got a light in the back for some background lighting, and even a hair light in order to help set me off. Like, I'm trying to do all the cool things that cool YouTubers do in order to make a good production quality show. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think any two of my YouTube videos are the same as far as like my camera settings, lighting, and so forth. I think I'm getting to a point where I really just need to pick something and make it work. I'm guessing like many of you, I get bored really quick, and I just like to keep tinkering with things.
This is lit.
So what's in store for this year? As you might have seen, I've been trying to post content more regularly. I'd like to try being more successful at this whole YouTube thing, and that means I need to start posting content on a more regular basis. And right now I'm thinking of shooting for about once a week. And it's not that I'm short of content ideas. I mean, let's take a look at some of the things that we've got in the queue right now. I've got the Crosstrek backup camera and tranny cooler, rooftop tent experience and review, my new GX project, more radio reviews and educational bits, SDR experimentation, what's it like after 1 year of being monetized on YouTube? And then heck, let's take a look at things around the shop. I've got GX parts all taken apart so I can talk about how to disassemble that thing, as well as all the different mods that I'm doing on the inside there. I've got an ARB air compressor that I'm installing. I picked up a set of Bluetti solar charging panels that I really want to see how it's going to work. My WeBoost broke a little bit, so I have to fix that, and then I want to do a test to see how effective those things are at really boosting cell strength. SetPower just sent me their RV45D fridge, which is really awesome because I was just in the market to try something new, so a review on that's coming pretty soon. CarQ iWireless sent me a wireless charger made specifically for the Crosstrek as well as other vehicles, so I'm going to test that out and share it with you. And part of the SetPower deal was to review their wireless 16-inch fan. It's a fan, so I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with it, but it was part of the SetPower deal, so I'm going to give it my best shot. That's just a taste of some of the things I've got planned so far this year, but right now my biggest barrier is time. Like anyone just trying to make a living and participate in this rat race that we call life, I'm working 40, 50, 60 hours a week easy. And seeing as how it takes about 1 hour per minute of a good production quality video for YouTube, at least for me, that's a lot of time commitment. And in order to get better and faster at it, I just think I need the practice. And I figure what better way to practice than to offer more to those that support what I'm trying to do and the community I'm trying to build. So to that end, I'm trying something new. I've created a Patreon site. I'm still going to hold to my commitment of trying to create content for my main channel at least around once a week, and that content's going to be the more thought out, production ready stuff. On my Patreon site, in return for your support, I have two tiers, an insider tier and a co-conspirator tier. The insider tier gets behind the scene content as well as early access to as many things as I can provide. All of it will also be ad free. The co-conspirator tier gets everything the insider tier gets, but also gets some voting rights, access to monthly live streams that I plan on conducting, and even more exclusive content like insider vlogs and so forth. I'm also working on starting up a Discord server for those that want to participate in a community of fellow dilettantes. I've been thinking about doing something like this for a while, and it kind of all came together when I posted a poll on the community section of my YouTube site asking, would you rather have a job that you hate that pays well, or a job that you love that pays poorly? And I realize this is a bit of a false dichotomy, and that was intentional, because given the choice between the two, I was curious to see where people landed. Interestingly enough, 2/3 of all participants said they would rather have a job that they love that pays poorly. And it got me reflecting, because I have a job that pays well. I don't hate it, but it's not something that I'm really passionate about. I hope I don't have coworkers watching this. I admit, I kind of want to see if I can have my cake and eat it too. I'm very passionate about learning new things, sharing what I learn with others, and engaging in a community of people who are just intellectually curious and like to explore things. And to be honest, I'm really just curious to see how many people are willing to support what I've got to bring to the table. It's easy for me to be afraid of trying something like this, but I know myself well enough that I'm going to regret never having tried more than I'll ever regret having tried and failed. And I want the challenge of trying to add value to those that support me, as well as continue building upon the community that we've started together. I've placed a couple examples of patron-only content on the Patreon site, so do please check it out and see if it's something that you're interested in. If you do dig that kind of stuff, well, I look forward to seeing you on there and hearing more from you. In the meantime, I need to get started on some new content, and I think I'm going to start with the lower hanging fruit of evaluating this CarQ iWireless charger for the Subaru Crosstrek. After that, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you as always for your time, and until the next time, this is Tom the Dilettante saying, stay curious and be excellent to one another. All right, take care.